Hi, I'm Leadership Development Coach Kathy Archer. I recently heard a quote from Benjamin Barber, and he says that he doesn't divide the world into weak and the strong or the success and the failures. Instead, he divides the world into learners and non-learners. And when I look at the leaders that I work with, it is the learners, the ones who are curious, who are eager, who are determined to grow themselves, that are the most successful, that are having the biggest impact, and that are achieving the most sort of inner satisfaction in the work they do. It's those people who are ready to grow and learn. Carol Dweck is a researcher who's been studying mindsets, and she's determined that there are basically sort of two mindsets that we have. The first is a fixed mindset, and a fixed mindset is a person who sort of says, this is who I am, what you see is what you get, and they don't really invest in themselves. They don't believe that doing a lot of work would change that. So I'm not very good at singing, I'll never be a singer, not much point in bothering to try. I have no artistic abilities, don't ask me to color, paint, draw, or dance. That's a fixed mindset. A growth mindset, instead, is someone who sort of says, I wonder what I could do or what I could become if I put some more effort into this. I wonder what would happen if I took a course or some training on this. And they get to that point where they get really curious about, if I invest, what could I be or what could I become? And those are the people like the athletes, the people that create new technology, the people that just grow themselves like you and me as we continue to grow and develop in ourselves. The best leaders have the growth mindset. And a growth mindset is what's going to take you from here to where you want to be. It's developing and honing that growth mindset that's going to get you unstuck and moving forward and finding that real joy in the work that you do. So how do you develop a growth mindset? Well, first you start listening to those voices in your head. You listen to what you say to yourself. I'm not good at that. I can't do that. Don't bother. What's the point? Those are the voices that keep you in that fixed mindset. Those are the voices that don't help you grow. So here's an example. A year ago, some of you have heard this story. A year ago, I decided to go to the lake with my daughter. Decide that one of the things we might do is do some rock painting. We, play around with rock painting. But what happened was I took it to the next level. I'm like, I kind of like this. And so I kept doing it. And I started to develop some artistic skills that I didn't really know were there. As I continued that, I then did a little bit of painting on paper and following some YouTube videos. And I discovered that I've got some artistic abilities and that I could, do some really neat stuff with painting if I chose to. That's the key, if I chose to. When I invest in myself, when I spend time, when I work at growing a skill, it can grow. That's the growth mindset. And so I do dabble in that a little bit. I don't think I'm going to become an artist and sell paintings. Where I'm investing my time and my energy is my leadership and my growth and my coaching skills and helping you become the best leader you can be. And I believe that when I invest in myself and when I put that time in, that's the growth mindset. And you hear me inside my mind going, when I invest, I can become better. When I work hard at this, I will grow. When I put the time, the effort, the energy, the resources into this, it's going to get better. It's going to improve. And so I spend a ton of time and energy at growing and developing myself so that I can help you grow and develop. So first, listen to that mindset. Then recognize that you have a choice. You can agree with what's going on in your mind, or you can change what's going on in your mind. If you have those words in your mind, those voices sort of saying, don't bother trying. There's no point. You're never going to get better at that. Everybody else is going to be better than you. Then realize that you have a choice. I can start changing that. And the next step then is to start talking back to that voice in your head and saying, no, I can become better. I can choose to grow this skill. I can become a better communicator. I can learn to be more patient. I can get better at focusing. I can get better at being more disciplined at doing the important work first. All of those things help start to train your mind so that you become better at what you're doing. And then the next step is to start doing that. Decide, what am I going to invest in? Where am I going to grow myself? What am I going to do to get better at this certain skill? And then take that step. The key to becoming the best leader, the most impactful leader, the most successful leader, and the leader that you truly desire to be is to grow yourself. And in order to do that, you need that growth mindset. So listen to those voices in your head. And when those voices are telling you you can't do this, tell those voices to take a hike and speak back. Talk back to those voices. Tell them, no, I actually can develop these skills, and then get your butt out there and start developing them.